and currently the 9th chapter we are reflecting upon, which is Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yoga, the greatest knowledge, highest secret. So let us sit straight. For everything we have to prepare. Even for going to bathroom we prepare. Preparation is very important. That is called as sadhana. So let us prepare ourselves by sitting straight. Head, neck, backbone must be straight. Let us withdraw our mind from all past experiences, whatever has happened till now, only keeping the learnings with us. This helps us in not getting involved into the stories. I can be happy without a story. Let us withdraw our mind from all future anxieties, worries, present confusions, tensions. This is our effort, this is our sadhana to keep the mind in the present moment and also keep it cheerful and happy. Let us keep the body still, mind cheerful and happy, and intellect clear. All the sadhanas mentioned in the scriptures are for these three things: still body, cheerful mind, clear intellect. Let us focus on our breath, which is always in the present moment, always detached, always efficient, always critical. Let us invoke Lord's grace and Guru Parampara's blessing to keep us on this path of virtue by chanting loudly. One of the benefit of chanting loudly is sound vibration. Second benefit of chanting loudly is all other thoughts go away from the mind which are lingering. Oh. Oh. Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Hari Om. Gajananam bhutaganaadisevitam kapithajambu palasarabhakshitam umasutam shokavinashakaranam namami Vigneshwara padapankajam Saraswati namastubhyam Varade kamarupini Vidyarambham karishyami Siddhir me sada Akhanda mandalakaram Vyaptam yena characharam Tatpadam darshitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ajnanatimidandhasya ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। स्थावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत् सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। हरि ओम।
Hari Om. Thank you, Manisha. So we are doing the 9th chapter, Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yoga summary. As we take bath and purify our body, as we do a lot of things to purify our tired mind, sometimes we take tea, coffee. Some people take different intoxicants also to relax. Similarly, God says that this knowledge is the greatest knowledge and Parama Pavitram, it purifies us. So every day we must take bath of this knowledge. Acha, what it removes? It removes shoka, moha, shoka, bhaya, which is very important, which no other knowledge removes. It removes confusion. Day-to-day confusion also, it removes what to do, what is my duty, what is to be done in a job, what is to be done in a family, what should be my attitude, what actions I must take in this situation. This confusion goes away. And also it removes our sadness and fear. People might say, no, but I am not sad and not having fear. That is because we are having certain things. The moment some situation comes, something happens, we become sad or fearful. So this removes that also. And this is the greatest secret which very few people know. Those people who do not know this secret, they waste their life in vain actions, vain knowledge, vain hopes, because it creates attachment. Bhagavan says, those who know this, they remain like me, udasina, vadasina, asaktam. That is what is the secret here, that how to remain attached, being involved in life, how to remain detached, being involved in life. Involvement without entanglement is a secret. And Lord says, look at me, I am also like that. And why am I like that? Because I have got two natures and you also have got two natures. Do not think that you are only this body, mind, intellect. That is only a transaction level happening. The real you, what you say is that I am sad, I am happy, I am old, I am this, I am that. That real you, what you are calling yourself as I, that is the Atma, that is Sat Chit Ananda Swarup. And that is the same Swarup I have, that is called as Brahman. So it is Aham Brahmasmi. And those who know this, they do all actions for me and they remain detached in this entire universe. From outside, we may not see that this person is detached. From internally, the person is detached because for him or her, the actions are only going at the periphery, like Lord Krishna, involved into all actions, war, so many wars, but always smiling because was always knowing the real self, what is my real nature, and this is all the drama happening. Once the drama is over, Leela is over, Avatar is over, I was always in my real Swarup. I will dissolve this form and go to my real Swarup. How to seek this? I am in you as observer, as Sakshi. I am your home, so we say Hari Om. I am the origin, foundation, dissolution of all. I am the substratum of all. Gatir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi. So seek me, seek my higher nature, because once you seek my higher nature, just love me, just do all actions for me, Ananya Bhakti, Ananya Manasa, then I will protect you. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. I will take care of your needs. Do not worry what will happen to me if I leave everything. Actually, you don't have to leave your family and job. Just seek me internally and I will ensure that you will find the right teacher. I will ensure that your health remains okay. I will ensure that all the obstacles coming in your Jnana, Vairagya, Bhakti, I will take care of them. But you must be steadfast. Because many people want to attend this particular session, this class, read, want to do sadhana, but then guests come home and then something happens, unable to attend, then some distractions, then some boredom comes, and then I don't feel like doing. All these things are our own papa, our own sins which are coming in the way. Bhagavan says, I will take care of them. You just be steadfast, you just be having faith and then follow it, because many people have followed this path and attained. What is to be attained? Paramananda Prapti. That is what I want. So basically, I must be clear that knowledge is the means and our goal is happiness. Suppose God comes and asks us, what do you want, happiness or knowledge? I will say, no, happiness. Because Jnanaya Mukti. But without knowledge, there is no Paramananda Prapti. So this Bhagavan says, this is the secret. And what is Yoga Kshema? I will take care of what you need. I will give you what you need and I will maintain what you have. I will maintain your Jnana. I will maintain your Vairagya. I will maintain your Bhakti. Most importantly, I will maintain your faith, because Shraddhavan Labate Jnanam. Because without faith, this knowledge is not possible. Without faith on scriptures, teacher, God, this knowledge is not possible. I may have a lot of information, but the real essence, Bhagavan says, I will give you. Arjun said, Bhagavan, this seems to be very difficult path. Bhagavan says, yes, it sounds difficult, but that's the reason few people are interested in Bhagavad Gita. Few people are interested in this knowledge, because all our life goes into secular knowledge about what the neighbor is doing, what physics, chemistry, finance, that is for our security, money, etc. So few people seek this knowledge. But Bhagavan says that don't think that it is very difficult, because I am very easily pleased. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. And last time we saw that Bhagavan is very easily pleased with one pushpa, one phala, one drop of water is enough. But what is important is the devotion. Because Bhagavan says, whatever you offer to me, whether it is one leaf or chappan bhoga, I only consume the devotion. I only consume the faith. I only consume the temperament by which you are offering. I am not interested in What is been offered, but how is it been offered? That is very important to me. That I consume and give back the gross to you as prasad. After listening to all these things, Arjun said, Bhagwan, that is all I understood, but I think I am sinful. I have done lots of sins. And I do not know whether you will protect a person who is sinful. Bhagavan says, definitely I will protect. Now, this is a very important verse. Why important? Because it's a controversial verse. Those people who, who want to find out some faults without reading entire Bhagavad Gita, without reading anything, they will read somewhere, some WhatsApp, somewhere it will come and they will say, see, in Bhagavad Gita, this has been written. So actually we must, list down all controversial verses in Bhagavad Gita, Manusmriti, Mahabharata, etc. and list down and discuss it and understand. Before discussing and understanding anything, we must understand two things. What is the context and what is the content? In life also, this is very important. Without context, the content becomes misleading. Suppose I pick up from Mahabharata only one sentence and say, okay, this is how this has been said. But I don't know the story, I don't know the background, I don't know the characters, I don't know the relationship, I don't know what is the topic going on. And it says, this is what has been said by Bhagwan. This is what has been said in the Hindu scripture, so it is wrong. So first of all, the topic what is going on is that Bhakti Yoga. From 7th chapter to 12th chapter, Bhakti Yoga is highlighted. Bhagwan is saying is that you just take a resolve. Very important point. You just resolve that by understanding, by clearly understanding my two natures. That's the reason Bhagwan again and saying, I have got two natures. One is avyakta, unmanifest. One is manifest. Don't get attached to the manifest. Because there is one substratum which is there on which this manifest world is rotating. We are not even understanding how this earth is rotating by 1100 miles per hour for 4.5 billion years without any support. How can some object rotate? No, it is less science, Big Bang. Cannot explain all these things. So now, what is the topic going on? That after listening to all these things, Arjun's question comes in the mind that, Bhagwan, but I have done lot of sins, number one. Bhagwan, am I eligible for your Yoga Kshema? Will you really take care of me? But I don't think that, I can see so many people who do your puja, who are so spiritual, but then you give them so much dukkha. Bhagwan says, where do I give dukkha? What is the natural laws only I do. If you do not follow the body properly, do not do exercise properly, do not do this, I will give something. If you are too arrogant, I will give you some kind of disease or something where you will become humble. Because I want you to understand all these things. An arrogant mind cannot understand, an open mind understands. I will take away something where you are attached, where your love increases for me. No, but I am very sinful because basically I am not a good person. I have been born in this family. This family itself is not so interesting. So now the topic coming is that Bhagwan is saying is that however sinful you are, whatever sins you have done till now, this point, Sunday morning, 10th of March 2024, whatever sins I have done till 7:35, Bhagwan says, I will take care of it. Now, the topic what is mentioned is sin. Now, first of all, we must understand what is sin. Second, now Bhagwan has to tell us that even the lowest category of sin I will take care of. So now this can only be explained with symbolism. And for a sadhak, now we have to pay attention. Arjun is not an Agyani who is reading first time Bhagavad Gita. He has got Pashupatinath Astra. He has got Brahmastra, he is Brahmagyani, he has lot of knowledge of Vedas and all. So now we have to pay attention because this verse is very, very controversial. And there are many cases have happened where our own sadhaks have gone and though some people would remember that we were doing Ghar Ghar Mein Gita. We used to go there and then do some verses and explain Gita Mahatva. For one of our sadhak who went in that house when he did all these things, he was asked, no, this verse in 9th chapter you see, what Bhagwan is saying. Please explain. How can Bhagwan say this in Bhagavad Gita? That's the reason I don't read Bhagavad Gita. And that time the person was not prepared. Why this verse is coming. So now with this background, we understand what is the context, what is the content, and what is the controversial verse. If not understood correctly, our entire thinking becomes different. So what is first of all, Lord says that, my dear Kaunteya, Gurudev says, Kunti ka putra, Pratijani name bhakta pranashyati. My bhakta doesn't perishes. My devotee doesn't perish. Please understand this. Please, now first of all, we have to become a devotee. There are secrets given on this aspect also. Who is a devotee and who is a not devotee? So Bhagavan says, my devotee doesn't perish. That is number one law. The moment I say, I believe in God, I have faith in God, I love God, I am doing whatever Lord is saying in Bhagavad Gita, there is no chance that one can perish. Perish means not one will not die physically, but one will get higher gati in the next life. Because there are some people who go to lower gati, some people who go to higher gati. In Hindi also they say, jiska koi nahi, uska to khuda hai pyar yaro. There is a song also on this. And in Ramdas Swami also says, Samartha chiya sevaka vakrapahe asa sarva bhumandali kona hai. One who is a sevak of Guru or God, the person remains protected unknowingly by the unseen power. Bhagavan says, you will not know, but you will be protected. Don't doubt it. My devotee never perishes, even though one has done many sins. So first of all, from today, we will not focus on our sins because that is God's department. Bhagavan, I have done it. From now, I will not do it, but I will focus on whatever areas you have told how to increase my love. This chapter ends with a formula for that. 5-point formula we are going to discuss. So now the question comes is that what is sin? Definition of sin is very, very, very important. That which takes us away from our ultimate goal. Now, very important point is that many people think that spirituality means action. No. A person who going to a bar also can be a spiritual. A person who going to a temple also can be an unspiritual person. Because action is not determining whether we are spiritual or not. Our attitude determines whether we are spiritual or not. So whatever we are doing, whatever we are thinking, that which takes us away from our goal is a sin. For example, eating ice cream is neither good, neither bad. It cannot be defined. But suppose I'm having exam tomorrow and having cold and cough. That time eating ice cream is considered as sin in our scripture. So our definition of sin, papa and punya must be very clearly understood. Some people immediately without knowing this declare, no, this person is a good person because he is going to temple. He might be going to a temple to rob. He might be going to a temple to become more arrogant. He might be going to a temple to beg. So, action, that which takes us away from our goal is sin. But for that, I must have a goal. What is my ultimate goal? Bhagavan has already mentioned. Now we are on the 9th chapter, that oneness with Bhagwan. Our goal is Paramananda Prapti, Atyantik Dukkha Nivrutti. Unbroken, permanent happiness. Anybody you ask who doesn't know scriptures, what do you want? Happiness. When do you want? Now. How long do you want? Always. In what conditions you want? All conditions I want happiness. All I am doing, family creation, job, business, earning money, travel, going to restaurants, talking, working, is at the end of the day, I want happiness. And this happiness is possible only with this knowledge. That is why this chapter is very important, because Bhagavan says that is not possible if you do not know my two natures. Because knowingly, unknowingly, we go away from the goal of life, and that becomes sin. And that's the reason people ask, no, but I'm a good person. I think I'm a good person. What wrong have I done? So why am I suffering? So we have discussed this topic in detail, that why good people suffer. Actually, those people who are good in reality, they don't suffer. Those people who assume that I am a good person, they may suffer or appear like suffering. So what is a verse which is controversial? Mahi partha vyapashritta ye pisyu papayonah. Striyo vaishya tata shudra stepi yanti param gatim. So here what has been mentioned is that even a person goes into a yoni of striya, vaishya, shudra, even that I save. Now here this is not a literal meaning. There are two meanings in scriptures. One is lakshartha, one is, what is a laksha? And what is the vachartha? What is the shabdik meaning? What is the literal meaning? What is the lakshartha meaning? Now definitely we have to understand when the first meaning is not applicable. This is the same scripture. Ours is the only culture in Hinduism which not only worships, not only respects women, but worships women. No other culture has this Navratra and then so many devis to do puja and all. No culture on this planet. And yesterday, those people who had come for the function, they have got this book. I think that book is very important, where all these questions are answered in our Vedic culture. Whether women were allowed to study, yes, they were allowed to study. They were doing, their munja used to happen, thread ceremony, yes, their thread ceremony used to happen. How they were respected, how they were worshipped, what was their duty was given. We have Maitri, Gargi, who are arguing with the greatest saints on this particular philosophy. So definitely this cannot be the meaning. So what is the meaning? Bhagavan says one of the greatest sin, now you have to pay attention, the sin for a sadhak. Now we have to understand, Arjun is a sadhak. Arjun is trying to understand. Arjun wants to become the greatest devotee, but he says it's too difficult to become your greatest devotee because I am sinful. I am not eligible. Bhagavan is saying, no. Please understand. Now this is very important from the context of the Mahabharata and where Gita is being said also. Bhagavan is saying one of the greatest sin for a sadhak is attachment. Love is not a problem. Attachment is a problem. What is the definition of attachment? Love plus expectation. Love plus insistence. Love plus insistence. This should happen. This way the people should behave. This way world should behave. This God should do. This should happen in my life. This is all insistence. Yesterday also Swamiji mentioned in the satsanga that insistence we must drop in life. The definition of sorrow is equal to insistence plus resistance. Any time I feel that I'm unhappy, irritated, angry, frustrated, depressed, sad, there will be some kind of insistence and resistance. Insistence to what should happen and resistance to what actually is happening in life. In that, actually, I go away from that moment because I must accept this is it. Now how to deal with it? And that's the reason Lord Krishna is telling Arjun that you have to fight without attachment. Now Arjun is getting attached. No, I don't want to fight. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this because actually what is blocking his entire growth is attachment. So now this verse has to be understood from a symbolic representation because This Gita is not told to body, this Gita is told to mind. This all knowledge will go from this birth to another birth. This body will go either in the burial ground or become ashes. Whatever knowledge, whatever temperament, what I have, that will go to the next birth where I will take another body. So Bhagavan says that even though you have done many sins, I will forgive it in a moment. What is a clear example? Ratnakar. At least we have not done papa like Ratnakar. Hundreds and thousands of murders he did. He used to catch people and murder people, take away all the ornaments and all valuables and go and feed his family. And when he went to his family, wife told, no, I am not part of your karma. That is your own challenge. So very interestingly, we have discussed this earlier. After one gets married, very important point, husband's 50% punya goes to wife, but husband's papa remains with husband only. So Ratnakar wife's refused, children refused, father refused. And then Narad Muni came and told, you just chant Ram name. He told, I don't know how to chant Ram, but I know how to, mujhe marna aata hai. Then Naradji told, okay, you chant Mara, 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 Mara. And he started chanting Mara, 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 Mara. And then he became from Ratnakar to Valmiki. So now, with this background, we will discuss that this is a symbolic representation of, Bhagavan says, even if you take birth in the most Papa Yoni is Striyo, Vaishya, Sata, Sudra. So definitely this Striyo cannot be women, but women qualities. Vaishya cannot be Vaishya, that is those who are creating wealth, but Vaishya qualities and Shudra qualities. Temperament. So temperament is very important. And this is so very interesting when Guruji explains that this is so true. It is not actually symbolic representation of Striyo, Vaishya and Shudra, because yesterday itself we celebrated, day before yesterday, Women's Day. Why would we celebrate Women's Day? And then worship and respect. So now what are the temperaments of these three is been mentioned here. So another point to discuss is that all are born out of women's womb only. Like if you see Shankaracharya and Vivekananda and Swami Chinmayananda and Jnaneshwar Maharaj, all are born through a woman only. So definitely Papa Yonaya cannot be a Stri Yoni. It has to be temperament. Woman is mother of all. Today we have so many women saints who have realized and enlightened. Mata Amrutanandamayi, Janabai, Anandamayi Mata. There are so many women who have realized and enlightened. So definitely it cannot be this meaning. There has to be some other meaning. So what is the meaning? Bhagavan is saying is that the temperament must not be like these three. These are a common temperaments and we must avoid this in this particular aspect. So what is a women temperament? Women svabhava, attachment to family, emotional during periods, possessiveness. These are the women qualities, protective. And Guruji says these are required by a woman. Without that, she cannot keep a child inside her stomach for 9 months, cannot sleep properly, has to sleep on the back. After 6-7 months, the woman's body is so different when pregnant that she cannot sleep on the side, she has to sleep. So definitely her attachment towards family is more. Man always has been a vagabond. Suppose we see in earlier days, Stone Age days and then all those ages, there also the women used to stay at one place, the man used to go out, hunt and then come back. Also, Swabhava, not that this Swabhava, men are not emotional. Indira Gandhi was supposed to be more of a man than woman. This is Swabhava. Swabhava we are discussing. Temperament. This temperament can be there in both. But this is a overall analysis been done because Bhagavan wants to come to a particular point where he says that attachment you should give up because that is a sin. So emotional attachment is one of the quality of woman. Why it is required? Because she has to be attached to her child. She has to take care of the house. She is more involved into day-to-day activities, and that's the reason it is required for that particular role. And that's the reason Bhagwan has made her more emotional, more attachment, more possessive. If you see a lioness, there are lion who will come and kill his own son, but lioness will protect the cubs because that is her role. More protective, women are more protective about their family, their self, their house, etc. So this is a swabhava. This can be also displayed by a man, but overall, suppose we see 1 lakh women, this will be a swabhava which Bhagwan itself has given, because this is required for day-to-day survival. If women becomes unemotional, not attached, she will not take care of his newborn. Who will feed? Because the child is more dependent on a mother than the father in the initial period. If suddenly with the child is born and mother passes away, then another mother has to be brought to feed, to take care. Not that the father cannot take care, but there are limitations. The whole psychology is different. Both are required. Yin, yang, both are required. So that is a women's swabhava which is required for this entire creation. What is a Shudra swabhava? Attachment to pleasure and comfort. So I must not decide whether I am a Brahmin, Vaishya, Shudra. It must be dependent on what is my temperament, what is my nature, what am I seeking. Suppose I am too attached to pleasure and comfort, that means basically even though I am born in a Brahmin family, I will be considered as Shudra by temperament, because Bhagwan said in earlier chapters that I have created these 4 castes. These are not castes, these are temperaments, because the jobs are given as per the temperament. For any project to be completed in an organization or in life, any project, we require 4 types of people. One who are thinkers, planners, visionaries. Then second one, administrator. Okay, visionaries and planners come and do a plan. This is how. Then there second type of people. Okay, I will manage. I will do all administration. I will take care of police, this, that. I will manage the entire show. Then the third thing, who will generate money. So then the third one comes, Vaishya, financial arrangement, financial resource management. And the fourth one, who will execute all these things. So these are not, because this was not understood, so many challenges came. Hinduism is still criticized that, Hinduism created Brahman, Vaishya, Shudra, Kshatriya, etc. But these are one of the best ones to run a Rajya. This is very important, because when Kshatriya has to rule the kingdom, it cannot become monk. Buddha came and then made all kings Kshatriya monks. Then whole attacks started happening from before 2500 years. There were less attacks. Ramdas Swami was there. His Shishya was Shivaji Maharaj. He told, I want to become a monk. Arjun went to Krishna and told, I want to become a monk and meditate. He told, no, you are a king. You should protect. If king becomes a monk, then attacks will happen. In this, your Paramagati will be there. For a Vaishya to create wealth through right means is his Gati. For a Shudra to execute the entire project efficiently, it is his Gati is there. And what is a Vaishya? So attachment to wealth, fame, arrogance, and calculativeness. So all these things are required. Family, emotional attachment, possessiveness. But if I get too attached to it, that will be one of the hindrance for a sadhak to attain the highest Paramananda Prapti. And that's the reason we get so attached to people. Before marriage, we do not know, husband, wife do not know each other. Suddenly they meet, they get married, and then the attachment starts happening, familiarity starts happening, and then one person leaves the planet. There is so much of problem. So when this love becomes attachment, when this arrangement becomes attachment, we do not know. So suppose we understand this entire Bhagavad Gita. Ramakrishna Paramahansa says only one word, suppose you want to define Bhagavad Gita, is Opposite of Gita, that is Tyaga. Do Tyaga. Gita, 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 Gita. Suppose I say Gita, 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 it will come to one word, Tyaga. Gita, 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 Gita. So Tyaga of what? Not of family, not of job. Tyaga of attachment. Wherever attachment comes, there will be sorrow. There will be fear. Because I am not ready to let go. Letting go is something I have to practice. I do not know. I have not practiced how to let go internally and act. So I suggest many corporates, efficiency without attachment should be one of the values. Detached efficiency must be valued. Otherwise, the moment I get attached, then the whole emotional overwhelming happens. So this word meaning, this verse meaning, we have understood that Bhagavan says, whatever sins you have done till now, I will forgive them. I will erase them, just you become my devotee. So now very important, now the topic going on is Bhakti path. Now we have to understand this very clearly, that in the knowledge path, this is not so accepted, but in Bhakti path, this is accepted. In knowledge, one has to be very strict. So Bhagavan says later on also, or earlier also said that in these two paths, knowledge path is difficult, Bhakti path is easy comparatively. The moment I resolve that I am devoted to you, I take refuge in you, I only love you, I will follow righteous path, like how Ratnakar resolved and then never went back. Bhagavan says, I will take care. I will not give you any fruits of those sins because now you have resolved. So important point for 10th March 2024 to remember is that resolve is important. What am I seeking and what is my resolve? Once I resolve, then Bhagavan says, I will take care of you. But that resolution should not be like January 1st resolution only for 5 days, 10 days. I will forgive you, I will protect you, I will give you peace of mind. And this peace of mind will take you to peace of self, which is Paramananda Prapti. That is your highest goal. That is the purpose of life, why you have been a human being. Then you have attained the purpose of being a human being. Realizing my own nature as absolute peace and happiness. I don't have to do karma for another happiness. Otherwise, if I do not know this, then I have to do so many karmas, so much time for just eating one idli. I have to spend 2 days, earlier days. Now we can get ready-made. But if I want to become happy, then I have to do so many actions and one moment of happiness. And again, so that will go up because permanent unbroken happiness you will get. My devotee never perishes. What are the examples? Mirabai. Mirabai was given wish, poison, but nothing happened to her. Prahlad, his own father, so much description we have heard in Prahlad's story that he was put in a boiling oil. He was taken to the mountain and thrown from there. He was thinking, oh Bhagavan. He was just remembering, closing his. He just closed his eyes and took Bhagavan's name. Nothing happened to him and people were surprised. At least nobody has given us poison. Nobody has put in his boiling oil, boiling water, or nobody has taken us to the mountain and thrown. That level, Bhagavan says, only one person Bhagavan will come. Now, very interestingly, yada yada dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. Whenever there is adharma on this planet, I will take avatar. But we have to understand, Bhagavan took avatar only for one Prahlad. Only for one person, Bhagavan took avatar. Only for one person, Karuna Sagar. Ocean of peace and love, Bhagavan is there. So if the resolve is coming from deep within, if the resolve is true, then I don't have to worry. We don't remember anybody's name in Mirabai's. Suppose if we ask what was Mirabai's husband's name, oh, he was a king, I know, but I don't remember it. I don't know. In her entire darbar, how many people's name we know? We don't know. In the story of Prahlad and Hiranyakashipu, other than that, we do not know anybody. Even Prahlad's mother's name we might not remember. But see, Bhagavan protects them and keeps their name for so many generations, so many centuries. Then that's a promise. Bhagavan says, my devotee attains supreme, whoever that devotee may be. So now this removes all doubts that, only Brahman will get moksha, Kshatriya will not get, Vaishya will not get, Shudra will not get, why these castes are created. Bhagavan says, anyone who comes to me with real devotion, I will give him Paramananda Prapti. Permanent happiness I will give him. Doesn't have to beg for happiness here and there in situation, objects and people. Conclusion, all are qualified. This is a very, 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 very important point. Because this is what Arjun's doubt was, am I qualified? Bhagavan says, you are qualified. Eligible for Bhakti Marga. I may not be qualified for Jnana Marga. What is Jnana Marga? Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasam. We will come to that. Bhagavan has given what are the qualities of a Bhakta and what is the qualities of Jnani. Further chapter we are going to say. We are going to reflect on it. So Arjun says, okay, Bhagavan, I understood now that you will take care of me, that I am eligible and all my sins you will forgive. Only thing I have to resolve, Bhajasva Mam. Now I seek you, I devote to you. But how to do it? Is there a shortcut? Is there a formula do you have? Bhagavan says, yes, I have a formula. So we are going to see 5-point formula. This is a verse called as 5-star verse. Guruji says 5-star verse. We must by heart it. Man mana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktaiva atmanam mat parayana. Now 5-point formula is given. What is that 5-point formula? What is the time? 8:20. We have time. This again is going to come. Bhagavan says that we have a very good habit of forgetting. The similar formula is coming many times in a different format. Again, it will come in 12th chapter. Again, it will come in 18th chapter. Same formula, almost same words. So 5-point secret success formula, not only for attaining moksha, Paramananda Prapti, but in day-to-day life also, this is a formula for secret. So suppose somebody says, okay, does Bhagavad Gita any secret formula? Secret of success. Yes, this is a secret of success formula because many people like that. Secret of success through Bhagavad Gita. This is the verse we must discuss. What is the secret? Man mana bhava. Fix your mind on me. Clarity on what I want. This is very important. I must ask one question every day. What do I really want in life? Many people are very clear what they do not want. No, I don't want this, I don't want. What do I want? At this point of time, what do I want? That I must be clear. Unclarity on that is not accepted, even though suppose I have to achieve one financial goal, family goal, corporate goal, this goal. Suppose I want to become healthy. Okay, I want to become healthy. Now, what is to be done? I must reduce 1 kilo per 1 month. I must eat this. I must do this. I must do this much exercise. I must eat this food. Clarity on what I want. Man mana bhava. Fix your mind on me by understanding that I want only God for a sadhak here. But this is a formula applicable for everybody. Especially when you go to corporate or students, I must give this formula to them. At least know what is your goal. Family goal, financial goal, national goal, designation goal. What is your goal? There has to be some goal. Mad Bhakta, be devoted to me. Then once I fix the goal, then all actions I must do with love. When I do actions with love, then there is no tiredness, no exhaustion, no distraction, no disturbance, because all actions are coming out of love. Love for the goal of what I want. So here what has been mentioned, Only seek me and only love me. So this is now mind level is mentioned here. First was the intellect level, second is a mind level. Both are tuned. If you do not love me alone, this happens in our day-to-day life. I love job, I love family, I love traveling, I love comfort, I love this. In this all love, then I get confused and I say, cry, no, there is no work-life balance. Then my whole life is gone. I didn't do this, I don't do this, because there is no clarity on what I want and what is the priority of it. And then the action becomes distracted and disturbed. My action doesn't carry that power. Power is carried when the action is done out of love. So be devoted to me alone, Lord says. Now, right now, your spiritual journey is only part-time. I love my family, I love my job, I love travel, I love comfort, I love pleasure. In that, I love God for 5 minutes. No, but I do puja for 15 minutes. But that is for asking something. Is it out of love, or is it out of fear, or is it out of some expectation? Love, God says, love me alone. Seek me alone. If you seek me alone, love me alone, I will give you the entire world. Right now, suppose you ask something for me, I will give you. But suppose you seek me, you will become me, and then you will become the Ishvara, Lord of this universe. You will get whatever you want. Madhyaji, serve me, all actions for me, body level. Every action I am doing for the Lord, whether from bathing, clothing, eating, serving, going to office, cooking for family, doing this job, it should not be called as job. No, this is my job. You know what to do. This is my duty. If my duty and job wouldn't be there, I would have become more spiritual. No, this is all wrong level of thinking. I do not say this that, now I have to do my duty to go to restaurant and enjoy. Now I have to do my duty to go to a movie and enjoy. I have to do a duty to go on a trip and then spend there 5 minutes in a hill station. That is not called as a duty. Why? Because there is love. I want to enjoy. So Lord says that all actions you do lovingly for me at the body level. Ma namaskuru, bow down to me, surrender your ego. This is very important. Those who have come to the resort where we do corporate training, there are 2 boards we have put before every dining hall and conference hall. Remove your footwear, remove your ego. And one of the antidote of ego is love. Where there is love, there is no ego. Where there is ego, there is no love. Kabir Das ji says, मैं है तो हरि नहीं, हरि है तो मैं नहीं. मैं means ego. No, see my life, me, my story, my life, my family, my job, my promotion. You see how I went up and how I grew, and then I'm a self-made man, and see all the time I'm involved in my story. So I mentioned one sentence. Can there be happiness without a story? Can there be a sorrow without story? Because all happiness and sorrow are related to some story. From today, we must stop our story and discuss more about Lord's story and glory. Yesterday also Swamiji mentioned in Vanaprastha, after 50 years of age, we must drop advising other people and tell about our own story of life unless asked twice. पूछने के बाद बताइए guidance, but without no unsolicited advices, no insistence, resistance. Mera story suno. The moment we meet somebody, a story starts. The story means ego. See, I am so great. See, my story is so unique. See, my life is so unique. Nobody's life is unique because there are yugas and yugas and yugas and yugas are going on repeatedly. Earth is 4.5 billion years old. How many yugas have come and gone? How many this kind of classes would have happened again and again? It is going to go on eternally. Mat Parayana, make me as your supreme goal. So clarity on what I want, doing all actions with love, and then that love will dissolve that ego. I am doing for some higher purpose, and my only God, my only goal is God, my only way is God, my only actions I am doing for God, this is for God. But similarly, I should take in my day-to-day life. Suppose exam is there, the goal is to attain this many marks, then all actions are devoted towards that goal. value and respect goes in this. This is very important. I may love pleasures, but may not value and respect it. Some people say that I love liquor or beer or this food, but I don't have respect towards it. So that is at the memory level. Then you will reach me. Separation will dissolve. Example, sleep. It sounds very difficult that loving God, but it is very easy. Every day we are involved in so much of family, so much of job, so many situations, so many events. But when the sleep comes and I start thinking of the sleep, then I want to sleep. I want to sleep. Then I make the bed, put on the air condition, put on the pillow, take care, put on the mosquito nets because there are mosquitoes. Then I ensure that it's pleasantness. And all this preparation is my sadhana. And then I just lie down on the bed. That much I can do. When the sleep will come, that is God's grace. So when the sleep comes, all my thoughts of family, job, business, all goes, past, present, future, world disappears. And I fearlessly enter sleep because I know after getting up, world will be there. Similarly, Lord is saying is that if you do all these things, don't think that world will disappear. You will become master of the world. That is a word called as Swami. So this is the last verse of the 9th chapter, which is a 5-point secret formula of success. If I want to be successful in spiritual life, if I want to be successful in material life, this is a 5-point formula. And then there will be the final goal achieved of permanent unbroken happiness, and that is the goal of Advait, that is a oneness. So this 5-point formula, we must by heart and remember in any endeavor. Suppose I am not getting whatever I want, I must go back to this 5-point formula. Whether I'm clear about it, whether my goal is clear, whether I'm putting those efforts with love and devotion, whether I have surrendered my ego and just working on it, because where the goal is higher, the ego disappears. One doesn't know how much work one is doing. One forgets time, one forgets food. If you see all scientists and investigation authorities, how they forget everything and then search and then they find God there. So very, very beautiful chapter. 9th chapter we have completed. Next class, we will start the 10th chapter, where Bhagwan is going to be our tour guide. You know, when we go to tour, then there is a guide comes and then shows us. Without the guide, we doesn't know what is there. So Bhagwan is going to be our tour guide in the next chapter and show us lots of things. Different glories of Lord. Thank you very much. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you very much.